All right, hi everybody. Let me know if the music is too loud to hear my voice. It's really important that you hear what I have to say. Really important. Just kidding. I don't know if it's important or not. I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. I took a long nap today. Now I'm having some green tea with a little bit of honey in it, and I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do tonight. I think I'm gonna start out by maybe showing you guys some stuff, because something a little bit strange happened last night with me, and I wanted, I don't know, to talk a little bit about it. No big deal. It's just this weird thing. I was doing, I go to life drawing sessions. It was twice a week, but now it's like, hi Elizabeth, hi Chastity, hi Marianne. I go to life drawing twice a week, but of course that's been on hold lately because of, all the stuff that's been going on. But one of the classes is now happens online where it's like a live Zoom meeting where everybody joins and we all draw the model. It's pretty cool. It's not exactly the same thing as doing it live, but in the room, but it's fun. And plus, I missed the group that was in there. It was pretty cool. So we did our life drawing session, went through a couple hours of doing it, and I was maybe a little bit rusty. I don't know. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done one, but I have been drawing a lot of people. I just kind of obsessively, anytime I am doing anything, I'm drawing people lately because I'm trying to get better at drawing people because of the graphic novel I'm doing. At some point soon, I'll be drawing like thousands of people. So I wanted to get okay at it. People are really hard. They're probably one of the hardest things to draw and get right. I think it's probably because we're so familiar with them. We are a people. We are surrounded by people. We pay attention to people. We are instinctually tuned in to body language and posing and stuff like that. We know if somebody's arm looks a little janky in a drawing, stuff like that. So that on top of the fact that a human body is a very complex thing. Hard to draw. One of the hardest things to draw, gotta be. So anyway, I was a little bit rusty. I went through and I did come up with a couple of things that were pretty good, but at the end of the session, everybody was showing their stuff. They were taking turns showing what they did throughout the class. And something strange happened where I just I froze up. I don't know. I mean, I don't really consider myself a necessarily socially anxious person, really. I mean, I can talk. I don't know. I think, that everything's on a spectrum, right? So maybe I am a little bit anxious. I'm just maybe learned how to overcome it. But for some reason, while these people on this Zoom stream, I kind of froze up and I didn't show my work at the end. And there were just all these thoughts kind of going through my head like, oh, this is, these drawings are terrible. They suck. What am I even doing here? Why am I even allowed to be a person? Just these ridiculous ideas. And then I started to get mad. I started to get indignant. This is all happening in my head. It's just ridiculous, but this is what was happening. I think it's probably important to kind of be honest about this, just because maybe, I don't know, maybe something can come from it. I mean, I know that my reaction was silly now that I've slept on it, woke up, and got enough sleep, especially after my nap. I started to get indignant, mad that nobody was asking me to show my drawings. And I mean, it's so silly. The people in this class are super supportive. They're all super nice people. Um, they, I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't have expected for them to like go out of their way to be like, Dan, because they probably would have felt like they were putting me on the spot if they did that. So everybody was showing their drawings. I didn't show my drawings because I chickened out. And then when the class was over, I got mad about it. And it was dumb. I don't know what my point is, but it's just like these kind of things happen sometimes, and it's just like, I don't know, like outwardly, nothing happened really. They know everybody left the class. They went on with their nights. Nobody thought, oh, Dan was probably mad, or Dan didn't show his drawings. No, nobody thought that. They went on with their lives. But I was like, just all in a funk about this. I mean, not like in a huge funk. It just bothered me. I think I maybe it was even a little. I think I was maybe mad at myself a little bit that I didn't just show my freaking drawings. You know, I mean, maybe they aren't great, but that's not what the it's not what the point of the class is really. The point of the class is to get better at drawing people. So you're gonna do like a million zillion drawings that suck. I mean, that's how you get better. I mean, any artist that you see that's the work that they produce, that they're posting on social media and putting out there, and stuff you see hanging on walls and whatever, that's represents their best work. That represents the culmination of a million shitty drawings, you know. But you know, it's so it's part of the process, you know. Like, so it's part of the process. Part of the process is do a lot of bad drawings, do some good ones, slowly improve as you go along, and you know, I mean, communities, I think are important, and that's a lesson that I really need to take in. Like, it's not. It's good to have other artists around when possible to kind of like show your stuff to, because you know they're going through the same journey you are. And yeah, some of them are a little more accomplished and better at the thing you're trying to do, but if they're not an asshole, they're probably going to have as much humility as you do, because they know in their heads that they've got a million really shitty drawings at home, you know, that they've done, so I don't know. That's my spiel on that. But it was weird. It was a strange thing, and like lately, if I find myself reacting with intense emotion, I try to maybe, you know, there's a half an hour or an hour of me being bent out of shape about something, but after some time has passed, I try to really think about it, like see if there's anything I can learn, and most of the time what I realize is that this was something I was doing to myself, and that maybe if I thought about it in a different way, processed it in a different way, that maybe it's an opportunity to get better. Anyway, so now I'm gonna show my fucking drawings from last night. That's what I'm gonna do. So here were some 1-minute drawings. I was working digitally, of course, on this thing, and I had my window open over here, like for my Zoom meeting, and so I just wanted to go through a few of the good ones, or the ones that turned out the best. Some of them were total crap, but so there's this one, not too much to look at, but I do feel like I'm improving a little bit better, like a little bit more with getting some, you know, all of the limbs of the body curved, and they curve in different ways, and we pick up on that when we're looking at a pose. That's that one, and then they get a little more finished as we go along. This one's not great, but I'm putting it there anyway. And I warn you guys that some of these later ones are naked, so even though I didn't have enough time to make it really look naked, but you know, Here's one. I thought this one was okay. You know, turned out all right. And then this one, which, you know, is not very finished, but I liked it. I like it. I mean, I like staying loose. I think that my goal is to get poses not necessarily to look super realistic at first, but, you know, just to get the flow in there. I mean, I think that you can tell what's going on here, even though it's not perfectly anatomically correct. And then these are ones that I had a little bit longer, a little bit more time with. Sometimes I think it really helps me to, especially when somebody's like sitting on the floor, standing, and I'm having a hard time with the perspective, just to put a little grid on the ground. And if I would have had 15 more minutes on this one, I think I probably would have fixed whatever's going on right here. Look, it's like a little don't do it symbol. Don't do this. Yeah, I had some trouble with this, then I ran out of time. So this is what happens sometimes. Hands and feet and foreshortening and all that stuff comes together into a garbage fire. She was wearing glasses. But I do, if I am going to force myself to find something positive about this, I think that I've hinted at, or what suggested light on this with really not a lot of strokes at all. So that's something pretty good. And then there's this one. I think this was another 15-minute drawing. And yeah, I don't know how much. I think this is probably my favorite, just because I had the most time and I was loosened up at this point. No hands and feet, but you know, I'm telling you, I mean, like when I first started doing life drawing, it would have taken me. I think it would have taken just to get the suggestion of a hand here. It would have taken me like 935 tries. So something must be happening. And I probably also wouldn't have been able to get the suggestion of like a more feminine looking arm as easily with such few lines. So okay, so that's my show and tell. That's my show and tell. So hi everybody, Elizabeth, thank you for listening. Let me know if you want to call in this week. You absolutely can. I don't know how I could make that happen. I think I can make that happen. But anyway, I think that what I'm gonna do is I don't love how this alligator caterpillar was turning out. I mean, it's okay. I just didn't have, you know, there just wasn't a whole ton of time. But there's always this part of any piece where it gets, for me, it gets into like this spot where it's just doesn't feel like it's working. I don't know. Or actually maybe it comes to this point where if I'm going to continue to work on it, it needs to start to have a point. So I spent a little bit of time working on this throughout the week. And I don't know, it's like this is an absurd piece. It's absurd, of course, but I was just thinking this alligator's on Jupiter. This alligator-like creature's on Jupiter. Maybe he's talking to us. Maybe he's saying, let's see. I think I want to work some text into this. And it's going to be completely ridiculous, but that's just how I roll. So, Earth. People. How do you spell people? I forgot how to spell people. That's a stream. Oh my God, I forgot how to spell people. All right, stream's over, guys. Never coming back. It's PEO. Jesus, criminy. Listen, I'm in a cursing mood tonight, so I'm sorry about the language. Earth people. Earth people. Yeah, maybe. You guys want to see me play around with text tools? Probably not. Earth people, you've played yourself. Alright, I'm going to try some tricky text stuff. Maybe. Maybe I'll start to try and get something in there. Let's see if we can find that. My cats are chasing each other around. If you hear pitter-pattering noises, that's my cats. I don't know what's a good font. I should have worked this out before I came on the stream. Person could go crazy trying to find what font. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do something. What's this? Because I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna leave it like this. PEO. We're gonna make the world's weirdest t-shirt. That's what's happening. No. What's going on? What's going on here? Hey, my Aunt Ethel's here. Hello, hello, Ethel. Hello, everybody. It shows me a thing when you join, but I don't know if that means that you're still here. This is pretty weird, even for me. This is what you're gonna get, though. If you watch my stream. All right. Hello, Amani. Last time I talked to you, you just had moved to town. We met at an opening at Zapal, right? How's everything going? Are you still living here? Are you still good? Man, I want... Did I mention that I really want to go and go... I really want to go to Rocky's Hot Chicken? Alright, let's put that aside for a bit. Let's see. This dude is floating. All right, we're gonna do this. And get rid of all hidden layers. Amani, that's awesome. Glad you're still here. Can be kind of hard to get set up here sometimes. I guess it's like that anywhere, anytime you move, but. All right, let's work on this dude. I'm gonna mess with that lettering later. I want to get this guy where he's like looking out. I found some really weird or cool caterpillars. See, I'll show you the one in particular that I liked. Just because it was weird and kind of cool. Oh my gosh, did I throw it out? No way. Oh, there it is. This one. It's like just the right amount gross and just the right amount cute. It's got, I don't know, these greens through here, and these things are kind of cute and gross. And then you get to this crazy, chompy insect face. But I like about this is like this red kind of hood. And I don't know, I think its eyes are right here, but these kind of look like eyes too. So that's what I was trying to kind of maybe go about. That's what I was going to try to do a little bit. Maybe use that as the pattern. Put this back over here. All right. The word that this derived from was alligator caterpillar. Like last week, I put out a call for people to comment with just one word, and then I would come up with something for a painting. So this painting is really just, it's a mashup of words that people, single words that people commented on a post about. And Bobby Moritas, who's really just been mentioned a lot on this podcast, or this stream. Friend of the show, Bobby Moritas, commented alligator pillar, and so it's not a real word. I don't think it's a real word, but you know, I just took this and ran with it. So I started looking up some reference, And there were some other words too that I'm going to try to work in. Jupiter. So I think he's going to be on Jupiter. That's where the idea kind of came from. For, yeah, this whole look back here, this whole desaturated world this guy's kind of living in. Which I'm not sure will stay this desaturated. Let's put this guy on the ground. And as y'all might see, if you were here last week, he's got some roller skates on now. Very serious painting. I demand to be taken seriously as an artist. Yep, this is Photoshop. I'm working in Photoshop right now. I've got a Cintiq that I paint on. And it's pretty good. Every new version they come out, I gotta say that every new version they come out with tries a little bit harder to completely choke my computer, because it keeps, every new version is like, you know, more intensive on the computer, and my computer is like 5 years old. So, but I mean, this thing was like, top of the line when I got it, or kind of top of the, yeah, it was a good laptop when I got it. It still is a good, really good laptop, honestly. But, you know, everything becomes kind of obsolete after a while. I don't know what I'm going to get next. It's going to be a while, though. Can't afford that. So yeah, this is Photoshop. They used to have a subscription to it for, I heard it went up, but I mean, I'm paying $10 a month for it. And I use it so much that it's like, I don't know, $10 a month. Really not too bad. All right, so we gotta make this guy have some alligator legs. Or no, caterpillar legs. Alligator pillar legs. I don't even know what's going on anymore, you guys. What am I even saying? All right, I'm spending way too much time on the ground. Nobody cares about the ground. Clean this up. What did this dude's got? Fix these up a little bit. Last week when I was working on this, I got a little too excited about making these things bright lights. Just had to do it, and I probably should have waited a little bit, because now I'm kind of stuck working around these bright lights. How's everybody doing tonight? Anybody watching? You guys doing okay? Y'all dealing with the weirdness? Hopefully you're dealing with the weirdness. Hopefully you're staying healthy, safe. Trying to keep that immune system up. Getting a little bit of exercise if you can, maybe. I've been trying to get exercise every day, even if it's a little bit. And trying not to give into the temptation of just dying from Doritos poisoning, you know, or, you know, just becoming really unhealthy and a giant person. But I don't know if you guys, those of you that are in North Carolina, I don't know if you guys saw the press. I mean, I'm not like obsessively following this stuff because I need to keep my sanity. But there was a press conference, was it yesterday or the day before, with our governor, and he had a doctor on who was, I guess, probably the head doctor. She's the head doctor. And yeah, she had some graphs. She was saying how we're headed in the right direction. We're leveling off as far as new cases go. But they're like keeping an eye on certain metrics, like how many people that get tested have it, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, I don't want to go on and on about it, but it sounds like there may be a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel is what I'm saying. Everybody's stuck inside and not really wanting to go out. Even after, you know, people are going to be a little bit weirded out and stuff, but I've just been, I don't know, wearing a mask, even though it's a little weird when I go out. It's, I think if more people wear masks, that it would be like, because the mask is to protect you, everybody else from you. If we think about it like that, instead of I'm a jerk that doesn't want to breathe anybody else's air, then I think it'd probably be easier to handle. Anyway, rambling on about it. But everything gonna be all right. Trying my best to check the chat once in a while. But sometimes I drift off to strange stories of Doritos and stuff. And cats. Can you guys see these cats? You can't. I don't want to move this camera. It took me like 6.5 hours to get this camera just perfect to highlight all my best features, like my forehead and top of my shiny head. All right, let's see what this. I don't know what color this is going to be yet, but let's get a cool brush. What's up, Nate? If you're still here, nasty Nate. I was listening to Jimi Hendrix earlier, and it might have put me in the mood to do some psychedelic type. Why? Alright, gotta redo this. Slightly psychedelic, but maybe a modern version of psychedelic. You know what? I'm gonna have to redo this. Gotta do it sometimes. Gotta redo it sometimes. So I was on the wrong layer. So what's everybody been doing to deal with this being inside? I see what you've been doing, Adam, and just filthy. That's just filthy. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, as I said, I've been trying to work out a little bit. Like every day, working out every day, even if it's for 20 minutes. I've got an elliptical in there. Been doing that. It's a good opportunity to cook. You know, something to do. So I've been doing that, and so like a lot of times when you cook, it might be healthier food. It's just a matter of not eating all of it. I'll put this on a new layer because I don't think this purple is going to work down here, but we'll see. The cool thing about Photoshop is you can decide things in smaller. Let me see how to put this. I don't know. You don't have to decide everything right now. So like I can decide on the brush to use for right now. And then worry about what color works a little bit better. Everything's always editable, tweakable. Oh yeah, press conference. So they said they're gonna maybe after things level off a little bit. I mean, it's gonna be a few weeks. It might be actually even a couple months before we get back to normal completely. But they said that they might be opening the parks back up soon, which, I mean, I think we still need to be careful. But it would be nice to be able to go to the park, even if we're wearing full body hazmat suits and our spiked shoulder pads. Even if we're, having to stay far apart from each other, whatever, but, it'd be nice to go to the park. Weather's getting nice. I realize that I've got it pretty good. I mean, there are a lot of people that are like, actually suffering with this and stuff, and we gotta, like, of course, keep those people in mind. But also, I would like to go outside. Been sculpting and painting at them. That's cool, man. Been trying to stay busy, doing stuff myself along those lines. Painting, been writing a lot. I've got an endless thing that I'm writing that's never going to be done. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be done someday. I may have to have some kids and then pass this book along to my kids for them to finish writing it. But yeah, it'll be finished one day. Maybe in the 22nd century sometime. Alright, I'm tired of messing around with trying to make this work. Yowza. Whoa. We're gonna smush this way up in the corner. Nate got kicked out. He got cut off. Got kicked out of the stream. Yeah, I'm sorry. I told my stream bouncers to. If he showed up, he had to go. Just kidding. Welcome anytime. Do I need stream bouncers? I might. No, I don't. I don't need stream bouncers. Before anybody gets any ideas that they want to start policing the stream for me, I don't need that. All right, so this is the weirdest thing that's ever happened, or one of them. Let's get rid of that again for a little while. Yo, Nate. You snuck back in. You put on a fake mustache, changed your clothes, and snuck back in. Am I still streaming? Yes, I am. All right, I'm noodling around a lot. I need to see what kind of big moves to make right now. You know, I don't really know if I want this guy laughing. It's looking like he's laughing. It's hard not to make, this is strange, it's hard not to make alligators just with the shape of their mouth. It always looks like they're smiling. Right up to the minute when they twist your head off with their mouths. It's just how their mouths look. All right. What's everybody else doing right now? You guys like watching this and doing something else maybe? Playing some dumb game on your phone? What's going on? Not that this is enough. This is not enough. I'm sure this is enough. All right, I'm gonna finish this up by 9 o'clock. Nate, see, I know you so well. Nate's playing a mobile game. What are you going to school for, Nate, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, this is my private Facebook page, so it's not like this is going out to the whole planet. Yeah, I'm streaming to like lots of places, but the chat, you know how it works. Nice, radiography. I talked to somebody else recently that was a radiographer. Seems like a pretty good, thing, helping people in the health industry, in the healthcare industry. Probably a technical aspect to it, science-y. How long do you go to school for that? It's like a 2-week thing? I'm just kidding. It's probably a long time. Do you have to learn about, do you have to give people needles? I have a couple questions, all right? Question number 1. Do you have to know a whole lot about the human body? Just kidding. Question number 2, do you have to ever give people needles? Because I'd be out. That's when I'd be out. I mean, I know that it wouldn't be a day-to-day thing because you're, radiology, right? Of course, you give people x-rays. And I guess probably help to interpret x-rays too. Like, maybe, probably. Got to know what you're looking at. All right. Earth people, you've played yourself. Let's see. Yeah, man, this stuff will clear up. Sooner or later, things will get a little bit more back to normal. I mean, maybe there will be some permanent changes in stuff, but I don't know, man. Seems like people can't really beat them. Needles is a maybe. Some people at hospitals have to do venipunctures. Don't know what a venipuncture is, of course, but maybe that means, let me see if I can figure it out. No, I can't figure it out. Venipuncture, I'm going to take a guess. Is that like when you put the IV thing in? Or is that when you just quick sneak up behind somebody and knock them out with a needle? Like a spy movie? Is that what that is? A venipuncture? I don't think. Okay, I was right. So, word of the night is venipuncture, where you start an IV. Well, that sounds like something, like I said, probably be rewarding, stable, maybe not completely recession proof, as you said, but stable. I don't know if I love how this text is turning out, but I'm just going to go over it one more time. I realize I've spent most of my time tonight showing off my terrible penmanship. I mean, I remember when I was in school, that was what the comments always were on my report card and things like that. But I kind of like how it's dirty. Make it dirty. All right, I can mess with that all night. But I'm not gonna. All right, what else? Let's make these roller skates look cooler. This is the weirdest. It's the weirdest thing. Weirdest painting ever. Not ever. Not even the weirdest painting I've ever done, let alone things I've seen. Adam's asking what kind of stylus. I'm using a Wacom Cintiq. It's a 22 HD. It's like, it's an older model, but at one time it was like industry standard, even though there's much newer ones now, but it works pretty well. And the stylus is just, the one that came with it. Works pretty well. They make ones now that are like made by some other brands. This is one of the more like expensive brands, but it's probably, I don't know, at least at the time it was pretty top of the line a while back. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to make these. See if I can make these look like wheels a little bit more. Everything's pretty green in this painting. Not the hugest fan of it, but I feel like time is a factor at this point. Like 15 minutes. And I think I'm gonna wrap this painting up tonight. Just leave it as it lies because I can't work on it forever. And it's really just, probably gone too far already. This whole thing has probably gone too far. So, at a certain point, you just got to call it finished because you could work on something forever. All right, but I reserve the right to work on it later because who knows when I'm gonna come back and Why is it turning that color? That's weird. What's happening here? Computer's assing up. Yeah, I don't know if I love this. Don't know if I like the colorful version. I don't know what's going on. But it's okay. There will be other paintings in the future. Even if this one's not perfectly perfect. Probably going to be wrapping this up here in a few minutes. Especially since my computer seems to be pooping its pants right now a little bit. You know what? I kind of like this. It's ridiculous, but I kind of like it. Not to toot my own horn. I'm just saying it didn't turn out too bad. What I do need to do It's a good song to go out with. It's real, like, victorious. All right, I'm gonna put some lighting effects in here to make this really Jupiter-like. Let's put some, I don't know, maybe blue. No. Hey, Elizabeth's still here. Or you popped in. Pop back in. No pressure, but I really felt pretty abandoned. But actually, you probably have things to do, like in your life. And I understand that sometimes people have things to do in their life. Give him some glittery fingernails. Let's see, where does some light need to be? I think probably we need to just light them. Not worried about realism right now. Just pull them off the background a little bit. I don't know. Everything doesn't have to be completely like pull it off the background. You can have some lost edges. This arm's real wacky looking. Actually, what if I do a little bit of I don't really need that. Elizabeth, if you're still here, I did read your post earlier about the pet portraits thing. And, well, actually, I could give you my thoughts to that somewhere else. Shorter answer is really, well, you know what? I'm gonna say it. You should be charging more. Everybody should be charging more for everything. Not just singling you out. I'm saying everybody should be. All right. Thanks, Adam. Take that back. Maybe not everybody should be charging more, but you know, some people should be. I don't need that. 3 minutes left, and I'm sitting here like worrying about how perfect to make these teeth. Earth people, you've played yourself. All right, let's see. Can I just do something here right at the end? Like Ross Strauss, color dodge. I think these teeth are actually sticking out a little too much, but you know what? It's done. This painting's done. I'm not gonna work on it forever. Oops. Oh. All right. Thank you everybody for coming to the stream. And we shall see you next week or something. Probably next week. Rock on. Good night. Whoever's left. Adam, Nate, Elizabeth. I can't really see. And everybody else. Rock on. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the hearts and likes.